Let's come into a child's pose to start this morning and really check into, how it feels in your body as to which child's pose. You can have knees together as you come forward. If you've had a lot of discomfort in your lower back of late, then maybe bringing the knees together, coming into that variation, as that would just bring a little bit of release to the lower back. If you have been spending a lot of time at the desk and feel tight through your chest and your shoulders, if you take your knees out wider and then coming forward, that'll bring a little bit of extension into your spine, open up into your chest. So just feel into what feels more comfortable for you. If when you come forward, your forehead doesn't touch the floor, you can lift it up onto a block, or you can place one fist on top of the other and rest it down, or your forehead on top of your hands. If it feels good, you can gently rock your hips side to side. Just noticing the back body starting to soften, starting to release. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to come back into child's pose, but first come up, tuck your toes under, toe squat, and just pausing here for a moment. And it might feel really stiff first thing this morning, as the connective tissue in the back body. So starts from the sole of the foot and finishes at your forehead, so all the way up the back of your body into your forehead. So even as coming into child's pose, it can open up the whole of the back chain by simply doing your toe squat. And then releasing your toes. Hook your thumbs into your hips crease. So when we tighten our hip flexors, when we bring flexion into the hips, that's when it's being pulled, and it can kind of feel like it pinches, but again, to get a little bit more opening this time in the front body, so push down with your thumbs and pull out quite firmly as you come forward. And then once you've come forward, slide your hands out, resting your forehead down. Just noticing how your child's pose is feeling today. If it's not a right fit for you this morning, then please feel free to come onto your back. Apanasana, you can be hugging a knee in. And just noticing your breath in this shape. There's that sensation of your body filling up as you breathe in, and then emptying out as you breathe out. Lengthening and expanding as you breathe in, softening and releasing as you breathe out. Focusing on the breath to bring you into the present moment, stopping the mind from wandering. And if you're already following an intention this week, you can bring to mind that intention, repeat it to yourself 3 times. Or setting yourself an intention for today. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, lifting your chest up. Come around sitting onto your buttocks. If you need a little lift, folding up a blanket, sitting on the edge of the blanket, or even sitting on the edge of a pillow or cushion to help lift your hips so you can tilt your pelvis and sit with a lot more ease. And then if it's not uncomfortable to do so, crossing your legs, coming into Sukhasana, easy seat. And bring your palms together in the heart center. And as you breathe in, lift your chest. If it's comfortable in the neck, lifting your chin. Exhale, interlace the fingers, pressing the palms forward. Drop the chin to the chest, round through the back, spreading the shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting the palms up. Lengthening through the side bodies. Exhale, releasing the arms. Bringing the hands behind, interlace your fingers. Reach the knuckles down, lift the chest. Again, if it's comfortable in the neck, lifting the chin. And then exhaling, hands back to the heart center. Deep breath in, lifting the chest, lifting your chin. Exhale, pressing the palms forward, round through the back, drop the chin. Lifting the palms up, lengthen the side bodies. Here you can lift your chin too if it's comfortable. Exhale, releasing the arms behind. Interlace the fingers, open the chest. And then exhaling, hands to the heart center. Just do a couple more, moving with the rhythm of your own breath. Eyes can be opened or closed. Just doing one more round through. Once you finish, just pausing with your palms together in the heart center and repeating your intention to yourself once more. And then opening the eyes, inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, side bend over to the right, pressing into your right hand, stay anchored through your left sit bone, lift up out of the waist, and then flaring the ribs out as you come into the side bend. Turning the head to where it's comfortable for the neck or looking straight ahead. And inhale, lifting both arms up overhead. And exhaling over to the left, press into your left hand to stay grounded through your right sit bone, lift up out of the waist, then coming into the side bend, softening the left elbow. Relax your shoulders. Breath into the side body. Inhale, lifting both arms up overhead. And exhale, twisting to the right, holding onto your right knee with your left hand. Right hand comes behind, leading the twist with your right shoulder. Relax your shoulders. The chin can turn to look over your back shoulder if that's comfortable. Inhaling through the center, exhale, twisting over to the left. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck and your jaw. Turn the head to where it's comfortable for the neck. And then releasing to the center. Extending your legs out in front. Navasana, bringing the weight back onto your fingertips, hands underneath your shoulders. Rock the weight onto your sit bones so your tippy toes are just touching lightly. And here, imagine your tippy toes are glued to the floor, and try and lift your knees to activate your psoas to help lift your chest, taking your chest towards your knees, knees towards your chest, and then releasing the arms, bringing them by your side. Shoulders stay relaxed, neck and jaw relaxed. You can stay with the tippy toes touching, or if you want to try lifting your feet into the air and lifting the feet. Keep trying to lift knees towards the chest, chest towards the knees. Relax your shoulders, your neck and your jaw. And as you breathe in, letting the breath float down towards your belly, and as you exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor. Or if you've got a block there, you can even place a block between your thighs, squeezing the block between the legs, which can help to activate the pelvic floor. And lowering your feet to the floor. Let the knees open out wide, and then just relaxing forward. Let your shoulders relax, your head drop. Inhale, lifting your chest up again for Navasana. So start with the fingertips behind the shoulders. Come back onto the sit bones, tippy toes touching lightly. Then bringing the arms out by your side. And or lifting the legs. If you feel like going for gold this morning, you could have a go at extending your legs, but still sitting right up on the sit bones. And it's that sense of knees towards your chest, chest towards your knees. Focusing on the breath, gentle squeeze of the inner thighs towards each other, or squeezing in on the block. And releasing down, let the knees fall out, folding forward. You can even push the feet a little further out, making more of a diamond shape, which can open the hips. Feel a little bit more comfortable coming forwards. Noticing a little more heat in the body. So as we practice these more core activating poses, straight away we start to develop more heat in the body. And again, lifting up. Fingertips behind, underneath the shoulders, rock the weight back, tippy toes touch light, bring the arms out in front, get that sense of knees to chest, chest to knees, knees lifting. They're really activating your psoas muscle and your core. We don't want any sensation of strain in the lower back whatsoever. Now see if you can relax your shoulders and let the shoulders drop down, as opposed to reaching and having the shoulders up like this. Let them drop down, chest be open, shoulders relaxed. And feet together, knees out wide, folding forwards. Relaxing here. And inhale, lifting your chest up. Now bringing awareness to your breath. So as we move through the next couple of shapes, we're going to use the breath on the exhale to bring a little bit more power. So it's kind of like Ujjayi breath, where you've got that constriction in the throat, and it'll make an ocean sound as you breathe out. But it's also kind of a little bit like the Kapalabhati. So if you put your hand on your belly, so you're going to use your belly as a bellow. So when you breathe in through the nose, exhale will be out through the nose, but you'll squeeze the belly in. And if you feel when you do that, so yeah, just be mindful you don't collapse, So staying long through the spine, it's just a, we won't be doing Kapalabhati in that fast, but use your exhale in that sense, thinking about contracting the abdominals, and when you breathe in, you simply release the abdominals, and that'll draw the breath in. So it'll give us a little bit more stability through the pelvis, a little bit more activation through the core. They're coming into our Navasana, boat pose again. And we'll just get a feel for it to start with. So keep the tippy toes touching down just to start with. Inhale, leaning back. Yep, from the hips. Now as you exhale, draw the belly in, squeeze the abdominal muscles and bring your chest towards your knees. Then inhale, back, and then up. Inhale back, exhale, squeeze the abdominal muscles. Now if you want a little bit more, lift your feet into the air. The feet moves away from the chest, chest moves away from the feet, and then knees and chest together. Woo! Roll back off the edge of my blanket, which is also good to do. A little bit of rock and roll early in the morning. Let's do two more. Just because we can. And lowering the feet to the floor, knees out wide. Now there's some heat in the body. Relaxing the head forward, the body forward. If you're feeling like you're really tight and you've got your heels right in close to your pubic bone, move the feet forward. Make that big open diamond shape to open the hips so you can come forward. Breathe into the back body. Inhale, lifting the chest. One more variation of Navasana. So this time, again, start with the tippy toes touching lightly. Bring your palms together, thumbs resting and touching your sternum. So when you twist, imagine the thumbs glued to your sternum and you're going to twist your torso. You're not going to twist by moving your hands. Thumbs are glued to your sternum. So in our Navasana boat pose, take a deep breath in, reach up through the crown of the head. Try and lift the knees, get a little bit more lift and lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, to the right. Keeping the thumbs glued to the sternum. Now if you want to here, you can lift the feet into the air. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. As if you have that tendency to curl the shoulders up around the ears, drop them down. The shoulders aren't doing anything. Squeeze and wring your torso out like a wet towel. Let's do one more either side, just for funsies. Or release to the center. Whew. Relax your shoulders. I think we're warm enough, hey? Noticing if your breath changed at all, if you started to sweat at all. The breath. Take deep breaths in. Long exhale out. Inhale, lifting up. Sweep the feet around. Come onto your hands and knees into tabletop. So tabletop, stack the joints, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread your fingers comfortably. And tucking your toes under, bend the elbows, cow pose, stretching the chest, eye gaze forward. Exhale, press the floor away, draw the chin in, round through the back, release the toes to cat. Inhaling to cow, tuck the toes, bend the elbows, gently stretching the front of the body, look towards the front of the mat. Exhale, pressing the floor away. Let's do one more. And coming back into neutral spine. Shifting your hands one whole hand's distance further forwards. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes, and lift up into down dog. The down dog, keep the knees bent here. So as you press through the hands, you lift your hips higher because there's a tilt in the pelvis, which brings length into your spine. Heels can be pressing towards the floor. Relaxing your neck muscles. You can give your head a little yes, no action. And letting it settle. And once it settles, draw your chin in towards your throat. Get a sense of broadening the back of the neck. So if your head is in front of your arms, so your biceps are behind your ears, draw your chin in towards your throat. Bring your ears more alongside your arms or even to behind the arms. Notice how that feels in your shoulders, in your upper back. And lifting your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, lift your hips up high, heel ball toe landing. High lunge, so you've been upside down a little while. So bend the back knee, look forwards, normalize the blood pressure, then press down through the feet and slowly unfurl up so you don't get all dizzy when you come up. Relax down through the shoulders. Let's come a little bit deeper into the lunge. Front knee over the ankle. And you can work on lengthening through the back leg. Lifting your breastbone. And inhale, releasing your hands to the floor. Step back into down dog. Bend both knees, unfurl through into plank pose. Shoulders stacked over the wrist, crown of the head reaching forwards. Lower the knees to the floor. Shift the chest forwards and all the way down. Baby cobra, anchor the tops of the feet. Roll your shoulders back and draw your chin in towards your throat. That's all back here, holding you up. Just check that you're not clenching your butt cheeks. And lower your chest. Push your knees to lift your hips. Lift the pit of the belly. Press the hands to lift your chest. Tuck the toes and back into down dog. Lifting left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest. Hips lift high, heel ball toe landing as you step through. Feet about hips distance. Rise up. Bend the back knee, come a little bit lower towards the floor. Front knee stacked over the ankle. And then start to extend the back leg from here. Check that you're in neutral pelvis and not letting the belly just fall forward towards the floor. So there's that sensation of lifting up. Push down through the feet. Create resistance to find neutral pelvis and then reach up from the waist. Releasing hands to the floor. Stepping your back foot into forward fold. Half forward fold. Press the foot away, rising up. And hands to the heart center. Keep moving on the breath, lifting the arms up. Bending your knees, folding forwards. Half forward fold. Stepping your right foot back. High lunge. Unfurl up. Long exhale, releasing hands to the floor. Step back into down dog. Bend both knees, unfurl through into plank. Knees or toes lowering all the way to the floor. Baby cobra or cobra, where you're pushing through the hands, straightening the arms. Keep the elbows a little soft though. And again, that pushing the floor away, not dropping and dumping down. So we're lifting and lengthening the front of the body. Chin in towards the throat. Butt cheeks are relaxed. To come out, lower the chest. Push your knees, lift the hips, lift the pit of the belly. Press the hands, lift your chest, and back to down dog. Lifting right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, step through. High lunge. Long exhale, hands to the floor and step your back foot in. Half forward fold. Rising up. Hands to the heart center. Lifting your arms up overhead. Good knee bend as you fold forward. Half forward fold. Left foot steps back. High lunge. Long exhale. Down dog. Breathe in as you come forward into plank. Exhale, lowering Chaturanga Dandasana, knees or toes. Baby Cobra, Cobra, or Up Dog, where knees and thighs lift. Lowering your chest, lift the hips, push back into Down Dog. And left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, stepping through. High lunge. Hands to the floor, step the back foot in. You just move with the rhythm of your own breath. Don't try to rush, or if it's too slow for you, move on your breath. We're going to do one more of those. Lifting the arms up. Half forward fold. This time, right foot will step back. High lunge. Down dog. And forward into plank. Knees or toes, Chaturanga Dandasana. Come into whichever variation of back bend feels comfortable for you. And lower the chest, lift your hips, push back into Down Dog. Right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, step through. High lunge. Releasing hands to the floor, stepping back foot in. Half forward fold, keep the hips down, unfold just your torso, Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms can be level with your shoulders or take them higher. But again, deepen the hips crease, push the hips back and down. If you've got a block, you can have it between your thighs, or just imagine that you're squeezing a block between your thighs. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift the ribs off the hips. Exhaling, sinking a little lower. One more breath in. And out a little lower. Rise all the way up. Bend the knees and folding forwards. Belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest. Half forward fold. Step your left foot back, a little bit of a shorter stance, setting up for warrior one. So feet stay about hips distance. Anchor the back heel. Front knee steps over the ankle. Push into the feet and come up into warrior one. Cactus arms, elbows out to the side. And again, to help us find neutral pelvis, press down through the feet. Imagine that you're pushing your head up against something. So there's that sense of resistance. You got to push down to lengthen and push up through the crown of the head. It'll always bring you into neutral pelvis. Noticing the openness in your chest, how it feels in your shoulders. You can have your elbows further back if that feels comfortable in your chest and your shoulders. If it doesn't feel so comfortable, bring the elbows further forwards. Lifting the breastbone, chin in towards your throat. Peaceful warrior, press into the front foot to straighten the front leg. Bring your palms together to the heart center. Relax here for a moment, thumbs resting on your sternum. Noticing a change in energy, maybe a change even in your breath. And then moving on the breath between courageous warrior and peaceful warrior. So inhale, bend the front knee, anchor the back foot, open the chest, elbows to the side. Exhale, press into the front foot, bring palms together, back to the heart center. Inhale, opening the chest, open your heart. Exhale, push into the front foot, straightening the front leg. Do a couple more. Once more, let's pause, open again in courageous warrior. Bring awareness to your back foot, little toe side of the back foot pressing, big toe side of the foot. Imagine you've got a little green tree frog living underneath the arch of your back foot. So we don't want to squish the tree frog. Pressing down actively through the feet, lifting up out of the waist. Peaceful warrior. Pausing here for a moment. And check in that your front knee is not locked, that you're pushing into the front foot so your thighs engage, supporting your knee. Lifting the arms up overhead. Interlace your thumbs or your fingers, but point your index fingers towards the front. Not towards the front, towards the ceiling. Point your index fingers, that's what I wanted to say. Lift your back heel, then get close to the earth. Press into your right foot and lift your left foot into the air. Bend your right knee, take a big step back into lunge, so the back heel doesn't have to land. Bend the front knee, steady your eye gaze on one point. Now you can drag the big toe of the left foot in, help with balance, or lift it into the air. But it's all about the transition. So bend, so it's your stabilizing muscles in your right leg controlling and supporting you. Keep them controlling and supporting as you take a big step back. So really slowing down, there's no rush. If you want to lose the arms from being overhead, feel free to do so. Keep looking at your drishti point. Having your arms overhead will put more load in your core. So if it's too much, you can release the arms by your side. Once more, this time when you come up into our modified warrior three, pause and hold for whatever that is for you. Lifted leg active, squeeze the thigh, standing knee soft, reach through the fingertips. And inhale, reaching up, release your left foot beside your right, release your arms down, close your eyes, and just observe the sensation in your body, your breath. Opening your eyes, lifting the arms up overhead, bending your knees, folding forwards, belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest. Half forward fold. Step your right foot back this time, shorter stance, setting up for warrior one. So feet are about hips distance. Stack the front knee over the ankle and press into the feet to unfurl up. Taking the arms out to the side into cactus arms or our courageous warrior pose. Press down through the feet to help find your neutral pelvis and reach through the crown of the head. You got that imagination of something heavy pushing down on your head. You got to push through the feet to push it up off the head. Opening the chest as much as what feels comfortable for your shoulders. Great, peaceful warrior. Press into your front foot, bringing the palms together. Remember, thigh of the front leg engaged, supporting your knee. Can be a little soft knee bend if that feels more comfortable, but really pressing into the foot so you're not locking into the knee. Thumbs rest on your sternum. Just find that inner peace here. Moving on the breath, next breath in, open to courageous warrior. Anchor into your back foot as you open. Press into the front foot, exhale into peaceful warrior. Just move with the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale to open. Exhale for the peaceful warrior coming within. This time pause and open in your courageous warrior. Press into the back foot. Little green tree frog underneath the arch of your back foot. Lift up out of the waist. Peaceful warrior, palms coming together. And interlace your fingers, index fingers pointing up. Taking your arms up overhead. It might be more comfortable for you to even have them slightly forward of the head for the position of your shoulders. So move the arms to where it's comfortable. If having your arms beside your ears is not comfortable for your shoulders, move them forward, further forward. Create a little space for the shoulders. Bend your front knee. Lift your back heel. Find a drishti point. Bend, get close to the earth. And then slowly slide your back foot in, lifting it into our modified warrior 3. Bend your front knee, take a big step back. The heel can be lifted or lower, but slowly lower. It's all about the transition here, which is going to strengthen all our stabilizing muscles in our feet, ankle, knee, and hip. Stop us from having a fall. So it's in that transition. Slowly coming in to our modified warrior 3, slowly stepping back and landing. Do a couple more. Next one, let's pause and hold it. So you can be on a diagonal, you can be perpendicular to the floor. Lifted leg active, flex the foot, thigh, glute engaged. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale, release up to mountain pose or extended mountain pose. Release the arms, close your eyes, observe the sensation coming out. Opening the arms out to the side and up. Bending your knees, folding forwards, belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest. Half forward fold, step back into down dog. Pause for a moment in your down dog, or please feel free to come into child's pose if down dog isn't your place of choice for hanging out. Inhale, lower your knees to the floor. Come around onto your back. So from the next couple of poses, you will end up in Shavasana. So if you like to put a blanket underneath you, doing that now. Lying down onto your back. Extending your left leg out along the floor. And flex your foot, pushing out through the heel, and then hugging your right knee in towards your chest. Flexing your right foot as well, just to make it a little bit more of an active pose. Hugging your knee in towards your chest for Arpanasana, our wind expeller pose. Relax your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. And moving on the breath. So keep holding onto your knee, but as you inhale, let the arms straighten, the knee come away from your chest a little, and then exhale, pull your knee in towards your chest. Inhale, let the arms come away from the chest a little. Exhale, knee, pull it in, thigh to belly, belly to spine. Do that one more time. This time, inhale, let the knee come away from the chest. Keep holding onto your knee with your left hand. Open your right arm out to the side in the form of a cross. And then pull your knee across your body, come into a lying twist. So keep the knee coming across, lifting your right hip, but not so fast that you lift your right shoulder. So keeping both shoulders grounded. If it's comfortable in your neck, you can turn your head and look down your right arm. Just let the weight of your left hand on your knee hold you in the shape. Let go of all the effort. Relax your fingers, your feet. Slowly release the head back to the center, the knee to the center. Extend your right leg out along the floor and just pausing there for a moment. Again, observing the sensation coming out of the pose. This observing when we come out of the pose is just as important as the self-observation when we're in the pose. Noticing if there's any tightness or tension that's dissolved away. Can you feel maybe the prana moving more freely in your body as you come out of a pose? Then flexing your right foot. Draw your belly towards your spine, spine towards the floor as you bend your left knee up. Bring it into your chest, flexing the left foot as well, so both feet are flexed. Pull the knee in, knee to chest, belly to, or thigh to belly, belly to spine, spine to floor. Taking a couple of breaths here with the thigh being hugged in, so your belly's got to press against your thigh. And then moving on the breath, keep the hands where they are, but extend the arms, let the knee come away. Exhale, pull the knee in. Let's do another two of these. And then inhale, let the knee come away from your chest. Keep holding your left knee with your right hand. Open the left arm out to the side. And then pulling your knee across your body. Allow your left hip to lift off the floor, but keeping your left shoulder grounded and anchored. If it's comfortable in the neck, turn your head to look down your left arm and relax your feet, your fingers. Allow yourself just to be in this shape, not really having to do anything. The weight of your right hand is holding your left knee where it is. Let's do a scan through your body where you're holding onto tension. Slowly release the head, the knee to the center. Extending your left leg out, pausing there for a moment. And as you exhale, again, draw belly to spine, spine towards the floor. Bend one knee up and then the other. Happy baby pose. Start by hugging knees in towards your chest. Then take the knees out wide. Flex your feet. Turn the soles of the feet to face up. Arms come from between the legs and either hold onto your ankles or little toe sides of the feet. Let the feet come apart, the knees come apart. And then pulling down the hands on the feet or the ankles, and at the same time, push your feet up towards the ceiling. Create the resistance to help lengthen your spine. If it feels good, to rock side to side, gently rocking side to side. And bringing your feet together, knees together, roll to the right side, press through your hands, come up and get all your bibs and bobs for Shavasana. So bolster a pillow behind your knees, jumper on, as your body temperature will start to drop really quickly. Have something to place over your eyes. Take your time to get comfortable. This is going to be what fills up your cup for the day. Taking a deep breath in and out. And starting to make whatever movements you feel you need to awaken from Shavasana. You can stretch your arms and legs long if you like, or hug your knees in towards your chest. And then eventually bending up your knees, rolling to the right. Come up into a comfortable seated position. Just bringing your palms together in the heart center. So bring your palms together, thumbs resting on your sternum, bringing a feeling of centeredness. Behind that feeling of centeredness resides in this area Jiva Atman, or your true essence. And it's represented by an eternal flame. So see that flame burning bright, eternal, everlasting. And how bright that eternal flame burns and shines depends on how much you believe in yourself. As you step off your mat today, step off the confidence that you are enough, that you're all that you need to be. And let's prepare to chant together once the mantra Om, taking a deep breath in. Lifting your thumbs to your forehead. Namaste.